Being told you owe your sibling everything for 30 years is psychological warfare. Finding documents that prove you actually paid for everything, that's liberation. I'm Natalie Brooks, 35 years old. Last week, while helping my parents move, I found a box in their attic. Old financial documents, bank statements, receipts, records dating back 25 years. Records that proved everything my parents told me was a lie. For 30 years, they said I owed my brother David everything, that he'd sacrificed for me, paid for my education, supported our family, that I should be grateful. I believed them, felt guilty my whole life, tried to repay a debt I thought I owed. Those documents told a different story. They showed that I, not David, had been the one supporting the family. Those loans David gave me were actually my own money. Money I'd earned and saved. The money my parents had stolen and given to him, then told me I owed him for. Yesterday, I confronted them with the evidence. 30 years of lies, exposed in one afternoon. This is the story of how I discovered the truth and destroyed a lifetime of manipulation. Before I tell you what those bank statements revealed, before you hear what my parents said when I showed them the proof, hit like now. Subscribe for family financial fraud stories. Drop your city. This is about documentation destroying gaslighting. Growing up, Brooks meant one thing. David was everything. I was nothing. David is 3 years older, the golden child, the favorite, the one my parents worshipped. At 7, I was told, David helped pay for your school supplies. He gave us money from his paper route. You owe him. At 12, I was told, David paid for your dance classes, his lawn mowing money. He sacrificed for you. Be grateful. At 15, I was told, David's giving up college fund money to help the family because of you, because you're expensive. You owe him everything. For 18 years, this narrative. David sacrifices, David provides, David is generous. You owe him. You're a burden. I believed it, felt guilty, tried to be less expensive. Wore hand-me-downs, never asked for anything, worked from 14 to pay my own way. At 18, I went to community college, worked full-time, paid my own tuition, lived at home to save money. David went to a state university, 4 years. My parents paid for everything, $40,000 total. They said, we're paying because David already contributed so much to the family. You'll pay your own way. It's only fair. At 22, I transferred to finish my bachelor's, paid my own tuition, graduated with $35,000 in student loans. David graduated debt-free. At 25, I got my first real job, marketing coordinator, $42,000 a year. I was so proud. My parents said, now you can start paying David back for everything he's done, for all those years. I said, pay him back? How much do I owe? They said, keep track yourself. Just remember, he sacrificed for you. Be generous. So I started paying David back, $500 a month, sometimes more, for 10 years, $60,000 total. He never said thank you, never acknowledged it, just took the money. Meanwhile, I was paying my student loans, paying rent, barely surviving, sending David $500 every month because I owed him. At 35, last week, I found the box in my parents' attic while helping them move to a smaller house. Old documents, bank statements, receipts, ledgers, records from when I was a child. I started reading, and everything I'd been told for 30 years was a lie. The box contained records from when I was 7 to 25, 18 years of documents. Age 7, school supplies. Receipt. School supplies, $127. Paid by Natalie Brooks's savings account. My savings account. Money from my grandmother's birthday gifts. Money I'd saved from small chores. They'd taken it, bought my school supplies, then told David paid for it. Age 12, dance classes. Bank statements showing withdrawals from Natalie Brooks College Fund, $850. Memo, dance classes. My college fund. Money my grandmother had set up for me. They'd withdrawn it, used it for dance classes, then told me David paid with his lawn mowing money. Age 15, David's sacrifice. This was the big one, the one they'd hammered into me. David gave up college fund money for the family because of you, because you're expensive. I found the actual records. David Brooks College Fund, deposits from 1995 to 2003, total $42,000. Natalie Brooks College Fund, deposits from 1995 to 2000, total $31,000. Then, in 2003, a transfer from my account to David's, $12,000. Note in my mother's handwriting, transfer to cover David's tuition shortage. Will tell Natalie David sacrificed for family. They'd stolen $12,000 from my college fund, given it to David, then told me that he sacrificed. Age 18 to 22, college years. More documents. Bank statements showing I'd paid every penny of my community college tuition, $8,400 total. But there were also records showing my parents had received financial aid in my name, Pell Grants, need-based aid, $6,200 total. They'd collected it, never told me, never gave it to me, kept it. I'd paid full price while they collected aid money meant for me. At 25 to 35, 10 years, I sent David $500 a month, $60,000 total, because they told me I owed him. I looked at David. But you didn't keep it, did you? These bank statements show you transferred $400 back to mom and dad every month. They got $48,000, you got $12,000. I got a lifetime of guilt. David said, I didn't know. They said it was for family expenses. They said you wanted to help the family, that you insisted on sending money. I said, did you ever wonder why I insisted on paying you every month for 10 years? He said, I thought you felt grateful for everything, like they said. I said, I felt guilty because they lied about everything. He said, I'll pay back the $12,000 I kept. It's only fair. I said, keep it. I don't want your money. I want the truth to be known, that I was never the burden. I was the one being exploited. My parents haven't apologized. Not really. They're angry, claiming I'm destroying the family by making a big deal out of old finances. I don't care. 30 years of guilt. 30 years of believing I owed my brother everything. Being made to feel like a burden. All lies. Destroyed by bank statements and receipts. I'm Natalie Brooks. My parents told me I owed my brother everything, that he'd sacrificed for me, supported me, that I should be grateful and repay him forever. The documents told a different story. They showed that I been the one supporting the family, that my college fund went to him, that my financial aid went to them, that my repayments were just another way to steal from me. $66,000 stolen over 30 years through lies and manipulation. Now they're paying it back. Not because they're sorry, because I have evidence. Subscribe for family financial fraud stories, for scapegoats who found the receipts. Hit like if you believe documentation beats gaslighting. Comment on your city if you've ever discovered the truth and it changed everything. Remember, if someone tells you that you owe them, ask for real receipts. Bank statements. Proof. My parents had no proof because the story was a lie. The documents proved it. I don't owe David anything. I never did. They owed me $66,000 and an apology they'll never give. But I'll take the money and the truth and the freedom from 30 years of false guilt. The golden child got everything. The scapegoat paid for it all. The documents exposed the whole thing.